In today's video, I'm going to share with you about the Darkshire 3 campaign. But before we get into today's video, just want to give a quick shout out to all of my lovely Patreon supporters. I love you so much. You make this channel what it is. And I'm going to share about this past month's GGGGs. Each month, Bob the Beholder picks some of my Patreon supporters to receive gratitude gifts. For this past month of September of 2025, Robert C. and David M. is receiving a pledge for the Forsaken Sentinels Kickstarter. Gene Dean is going to be receiving one of the Forsaken Sentinel terrain pieces printed and painted. And Brian V. is receiving $100 to go towards the Bluffs of Blackledge campaign. Thanks to all of my Patreon supporters. May you be in Bob's favor for this month's gratitude gifts, of which this campaign is offering 2 pledges. Go ahead and use the link below to go to my Patreon page where you can see all of this month's gratitude gifts, as we will continue to populate that list as the month goes along. Remember, it only takes $1 to become a Patreon supporter. So I've done a number of videos for Matthew and DecoQuest. A couple of the videos have been for his Darkshire series, all the way from the original, this massive castle that I printed and painted up. That video does have a painting tutorial, so if you want to check out my fast and easy painting techniques, go ahead and check that out. And then also Darkshire 2, which added a couple of other pieces. Well, now there is Darkshire 3, and I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it. I did not print out this huge castle just because I am totally out of room in my basement, and so can't print up this piece, but it is a great addition if you have been following along and you have been printing these out. It's also great as a standalone, as a castle piece. But I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it, and let's check out what's on the campaign page. So this has gone live, and it will be ending about a week after I post this video on Friday, October 10th. So use the link below if you want to go and pledge with this Kickstarter, if you want to pick up these STL files. And I do print everything in 0.2 millimeter height. That's typically the quality setting that I use for all of my terrain. And I use a simple painting technique where I spray prime everything with a dark brown color, and then I paint up with craft paints. So again, check out that video if you want to see the painting tutorial. You'll get these to your table really quick. And here is showcasing the first and second chapters of the Darkshire series. And now we have chapter 3 with a large castle. Before we get into more details, let's check out what the pledge amounts are. So the personal use, 35 euros or $41 US. And it looks like it's going to deliver next month in November. As of filming, there is an early bird special, which is bundling up all of the previous ones, Darkshire 1 and Darkshire 2, in case you didn't pick those up. And that's going to be about $115 to pick up all 3. Otherwise, that's going to jump up to $140 once all of these are taken up. And it looks like there's still quite a bit left. Hopefully there will be some left still when I post this video. And then obviously there are merchant pledges in case you're printing and selling them. And then the early bird for Darkshire 3 has already sold out. So $41 for these files is not bad. So feel free to pick which one of these you want or need. So let's go ahead and check out this castle. Matthew has created the system to work with open lock. And then also if you want to use LED lights, you can put them in. Here's an example video showing where there are torches where you can use those lights. And one of the things that I always tell people is that once you download the files, make sure to simplify the STL file in your slicer, because the files have so much detail that it will take longer to print, even if your printer is unable to capture all of that detail. So I always simplify the files when I put it in my slicer. Again, I print at 0.2 millimeter height. And just keep in mind that this terrain is huge. So again, look at my original video. You can see how big not only is the set so that it can take over the entire table, but also scale-wise, the miniatures look tiny. So you are able to shrink them down if you want to make them not be so large. But that's one of the distinctives about Matthew's DecoQuest line. So like his previous sets, it is in different layers, so you can definitely play within the terrain, as you can see here. So it'll work for your RPGs as well as any tabletop skirmishes or wargaming. And here are some pieces from his previous sets. So all of it is based on the same dimensions so that they all work together. Once again, it looks like you've got clips to be able to put things together. And I like sort of this gothic look to the entire set, which works really well with my vampiric undead army. The theme is super cool. So this is a lot of different configurations, and you can also buy in on his add-ons from some of his other previous Kickstarters. I created a video showcasing the City 8 as well as Strongburg, the Hell of Terrain. I mean, he has a ton of different themes that you can use for your favorite tabletop war game or for RPGs. He even has a sci-fi set here. So go ahead and check those out as well if you want to pick those up too. And then all the files will be provided in my mini factory, which is my favorite place where I store all of my STL files. And then here's some links directly to his website if you want to check out some of his previous STL files that you can get there. And then just a community here. Matthew is French, so his primary language is French, although he is fluent in English. So feel free to just jump into the socials there. So that's pretty much it. Relatively short video, but go ahead again, use the link below to go to my Patreon page where you can get in on the possibility of receiving one of the pledges for this campaign as Bob makes his picks at the end of the month. Happy printing, happy gaming. We'll see you next time.